Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session. Today we are going to discuss about plants, parts and functions. It's a very interesting lesson. So this lesson can also be named as morphology of flowering plants or getting to know about plants. Children, you know very well, when you go out and observe the surroundings around you, do you see that some plants are small, some are very big, while some are just green patches on the soil, isn't it? Some have green leaves, while some others have reddish ones. Okay, in the garden, if you observe, some have huge red flowers, some have tiny blue small flowers, isn't it? How beautiful. While some have no flowers. We do see a variety of plants existing all around us, near our homes, in the school ground, on the way to the school, in the parks and gardens. Isn't it, children? Let us get to know the different parts of any plant. This will help us understand the difference between plants of different kinds. Can you label the stem, branches, roots? See here, stem, fruit, flower, leaf, root, okay, and they are shown in here. The color of the plant, the colorful parts of the plant, the flowers and fruits. So let us know. Go to a natural walk with your friends or with your family. Okay, there are several activities. You can learn everything by means of observation. Okay, look closely at the stem and branches of plants. The plants much smaller than you can observe. The plants that are about your size and the plants which are much taller than you. Feel their stem and try to bend them gently to see if they are tender or hard. Okay, take care that the stems does not break. Hug the tall plants to see how thick their stems are. Okay, these are all you have to feel, you have to enjoy, you have to know. Okay, we also need to notice from where the branches grow in some plants, close to the grounds or higher up on the stem. We will know, group all the plants we observe. Okay, you can group, you frame a table. Okay, the table which include plant name, column 1 height, column 2 stem you can keep. Under that stem some more columns you can make, green, tender, thick, hard. And column 3, where do the branches appear, at the base or higher up on the stem. And the column 4, the category of plant, to which category it belongs to. Okay, so based on these characters, most plants are classified into 3 categories. What are they? The tender green stemmed plants, they are called herbs, they are very small. And next, the medium bushy plants, they are called shrubs. And the tall plants with a hard woody stem, they are called trees. Okay, so can you name some examples of herbs? Coriander, spinach, amaranthus, okay, grass. These are all herbs, very small. And shrubs, hibiscus, rose, guava, okay. And trees, tamarindus, people, banyan, okay. These are all trees, okay children. Now let us know about the different parts of plant. The total plant, if you observe, the plant is divided into two main parts, okay. The part of the plant which is below the ground and the part of the plant which is above the ground. The part of the plant which is below the ground is called root system. The parts of the plant which are above the ground together called shoot system, okay. The part of the plant which is below the ground together called root system, and the parts of the plant which are above the ground together called shoot system. So let us study in detail about the structure and functions of plant parts. The plant parts and functions. The first one, root. The roots of the plant are mostly seen underground and they look brown in color, isn't it? Okay, try to pick out a plant and observe the roots, how they are. Okay, they are tiny thread-like structures over the roots and they are called root hairs. Okay, the tiny thread-like structures which are attached to the roots, they are called root hairs. The tip of the root is covered by root cap. It is the protective in function. Root cap protects the root. Root and the root hairs, they together form root system. Where is the root system, children? It is below the ground, embedded in the soil. So root grows towards the soil and away from the light. Hence it is called as geotropic structure. Okay, the part of the plant which grows into the soil away from the sunlight, it is called a geotropic structure. Root is a geotropic structure. Roots along with their root hairs absorb water and minerals from the soil. It is one of the primary function of the roots. What is the main function of the root? It absorbs the water and minerals from the soil. See here, once again let us see the structure of root. The root have three main regions. So scientifically the root is divided into three main regions. One is meristematic zone, or it is also called the zone of cell division, where active growth of root takes place. It includes root tip covered by root cap. Okay. Next, zone of elongation. Okay. So due to rapid cell division in the meristematic zone, the root elongates or grows very fast. That is called zone of elongation. Next, the zone of maturation. Zone of maturation means where the root cells get matured. Okay. So this is the main root. Root having root hairs, hair-like structures called root hairs. From the main root, lateral root develop. Main root is also called primary root, from which lateral roots are the branches from the primary root, and the root hairs are the small thread-like structures which arise from the outer layer of the roots. Okay, so this helps in the absorption of water and mineral salts from the soil. How plant absorbs water and mineral salts from the soil? With the help of root hairs. Okay, let us proceed. Before going to the type of roots, a small activity we do. Okay, so which part of the plant is in the soil? Let us learn more about this part from the following activity. Okay, the part of the plant which is inside the soil is the root. So this activity require you would require 2 pots, some soil. Okay, you need a kurpi or a small device for digging, and a blade or a pair of scissors, and water. A simple activity. This activity is to be done. Okay, you can children, you can divide among yourselves into small groups, 4 to 5 students, under your guidance, under the guidance of your teacher. So select 2 weeds. Weeds means unwanted plants, the plants which you commonly found everywhere. Okay, select 2 weeds of same kind and dig it out. Later, take care that their roots do not break. Okay, plant one of the weeds in the soil in pot A, and second one in pot B. What you do is you cut the roots of that weed and plant in the pot B. Okay, so we have taken the 2 pots with the soil. In pot A, we planted a plant with a weed, a plant with roots, whereas in pot B, we cut the roots of the plant and planted it in the pot B. Both the plants you water regularly. Okay, so but one is without roots and one is with roots, isn't it? So does the activity, this activity helps you understand the important function of roots. So automatically the plant without roots will die, because though you pour water, it unable to absorb, whereas the plant with roots is healthy. Okay, so this is the activity to understand the function of the roots. Okay, let us do another activity to study another function of the root. Okay, what is that? So we would require the seeds of gram and maize, a cotton wool, okay, and a katori and some water. Take 2 katoris. Katori means small device. Okay, place some wet cotton wool. Okay, a small bowl, katori means. In that you wet cotton wool you can keep. Put 3 to 4 seeds of gram in one, and in another katori, in the wet cotton wool, you can keep another type of seed like maize. Okay, keep the cotton wet by sprinkling water every day until the sprouts have grown into young plants. After a week, try to separate the young plants. Try to separate the young plants. After a week, try to separate the young plants from the cotton wool. Was it easy to separate? Yes. The cotton wool from the roots easy to separate. Is it easy? No. Because the roots come out of that wool. In activity, we would okay, in the previous activity, what we have learned, easily pull out the plant from the soil, is right, okay, but we dug them out. The roots help in holding the plant firmly in the soil, so they are said to anchor the plant in the soil, fix the plant in the soil firmly. So you need to apply some energy to pick it out, isn't it? Okay, you have seen that there are different kinds of stems and leaves. Do the roots are also have variety in them? Let us find out. Okay, so definitely roots are also different. Okay, the roots are of two types. To know this, another simple activity is there. Go to the open ground where many weeds are growing. Dig out a few weeds. Wash the soil off from the roots and observe them. Do you find that all the weeds that you have dug out have either the kind of roots shown in this figure? Okay, no. Okay, for the roots of the kind shown in the figure here, the main root is called taproot and the smaller roots are called lateral roots. The plants with roots shown in the next figure, okay, they do not have any main root. All the roots seem to be similar, and these are called fibrous root. Okay, separate the weeds you have collected into two groups. Okay, in one group, the plants with a taproot, this kind of root. Okay, this kind of root is called a taproot. And another kind of root, only the main root absent, only root hairs are present. So such type of root is called fibrous root. Okay. So do you notice here the difference? Okay, now children, let us see what is a taproot. A taproot is a primary root that grows from or less straight down into the soil and is tapered towards the end here, like this. It is found in many of the plants. Okay, it is also called true root. It is also called a true root. It possesses primary root or taproot and secondary roots and tertiary roots. Okay, they are called rootlets or root hairs. Smaller roots are branched out from the taproot. They are called lateral roots. Okay, that is secondary roots and tertiary roots. They are called lateral roots. The examples of the plants of this kind of root system, they are hibiscus, carrot, turnip and sunflower. Okay, these are some of the examples of the taproot system or fibrous roots system. So first they are the examples which I read out now. Hibiscus, carrot, turnip and sunflower, they are taproot. They possess a taproot. Next type of root system, fibrous roots. The fibrous roots are a group of lateral roots arising at the base of the stem. There is no main root. In plants bearing fibrous roots, the taproot slowly weakens and replaced by bunch of roots arising from the base of the stem. Okay, so these bunch of roots form the fibrous roots. Examples of the plants with the fibrous roots are banana, grass, onion. Okay, see here the onion or grass you can take here, the fibrous roots. There is no main root, only lateral roots. are present. Okay, they are arising directly from the stem, base of the stem. Okay, what are the examples of taproot? Carrot, sunflower. Okay, but here fibrous roots example: grass, onion, banana. Now let us come to understand another concept that is root modifications. Okay, root modifications. So what are the functions of the root? It anchors the plant in the soil firmly, and it also helps in the absorption of water and minerals from the soil. Okay, now root modifications. So root in many plants are modified to perform additional function by some modifications. In order to perform additional functions, extra functions, storage roots, it's a one type of modification. The main function is to store the food. Storage roots are the roots modified to store the food in them. Example: carrot, turnip, radish, sweet potato. They are all modified roots, modified form of roots. They attain different shapes like nappy form, fujiform. Okay. Next, respiratory roots. These are the roots which are modified for respiration. You know, certain plants like mangroves, they grow in marshy soils, means clayey and very wet soils, where the roots doesn't get any air. So in order to absorb air from the atmosphere, they develop special roots called the nematodes or nematophores. So these plants, the plants in mangroves, have roots with special structures called nematodes to obtain more oxygen. Okay. Next, another type of roots in certain plants, parasitic roots. The parasitic roots are the roots which arise from the stem and absorb nourishment from the host plant. The parasites are those plants which depend on other plants. The plants on which these grow, they are called hosts. Okay, and such type of plants which depend on other plants for their nourishment, they are called parasitic plants. They possess special roots called parasitic roots. Example: cuscuta. Cuscuta is a kind of plant which grow on host plant like neem tree. Okay, they produce these parasitic roots called hastoria. Okay, these roots penetrate into the stem of the host plant and absorb the nutrients. Okay, so you can see here in the image a carrot and beetroot. They are the examples of the storage roots. Okay, so normal root they are very thin, but here due to the storage of food material they are bulged. So that's why they are also called tuberous roots, storage roots. The main function is to store the food material. Next, climbing roots, another modification. You know, certain plants, they are in your surroundings. You can observe there are many plants which are called the creepers. Okay, what are creepers? The plants with weak stems that cannot stand upright and spread on the ground are called creepers, while some plants that take support on neighboring structures and climb up, they are called climbers. Okay, so these are different from the herbs, shrubs and trees. These are weak stemmed plants. Okay, perhaps there are some plants in our school or at home also we can take care of. Okay, so like for example a money plant. Okay, it is a creeper. No, it is a climber as well as creeper also. If you give support, it will climb, or else it will creep on the soil. Okay, money plant and beetle. Beetle means yes. Okay, the plant which is used in the ponds, it is called beetle leaf. Okay, the climbing roots are the roots which help the plant to climb and cling on to the support. Example, money plant, beetle plant. Next type of roots, the modified roots, reproductive roots. Reproductive roots are the roots which help in the process of producing the offspring. Means the roots which help in the propagation of the plant, they are called reproductive roots. Okay, example, you can find the reproductive roots in the curry leaf plant. Curry leaf plant. Okay, and next prop roots. Prop roots are also called mechanical roots or supportive roots. These are the roots which offer support to the huge structure of the tree. For example, prop roots you find in the banyan tree. Okay, some of the prop roots are such that they fix into the soil, and the width of that prop root is more large. You can't isolate it from the main stem. That much strong support they give depending upon the size of the branch. Okay, next type of roots, they are called nodulated roots. This you can see in the leguminous plants. Roots of leguminous plants are modified into root nodules which contain nitrogen fixing bacteria such as rhizobium. What is that bacteria name? Rhizobium bacteria. So these nodulated roots help in fixing the atmospheric nitrogen. This bacteria help in fixing the atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates and make it available to the plant. Okay, nitrogen is one of the important nutrient required by the plant. So groundnut plant, for example, you can grow groundnut plant in your home, and you after growing certain after 10 to 15 days you can pick out the plant and see, observe the roots. You will find red color nodules. So that nodules inside, when you take a section or when you cut it, observe under the microscope, then you will see the bacteria. What is that bacteria? Rhizobium bacteria, nitrogen fixing bacteria it is called. Okay, so here see, this is the nodulated roots, groundnut plant or any leguminous plant. These are the nodules. These nodules contain bacteria that help in the nitrogen fixation. Okay, children. So now come to the second part, that is stem. Okay, the stem is another important structure. The stem conducts okay, the water and minerals to the leaves and other parts of the plant. The leaves prepare food. This food travels through the stem and is stored in different parts of the plant. We eat some of these roots like carrot, radish, sweet potato, turnip, tapioca. We also eat many other parts of the plant where the food is stored. Do you agree that stem is like a two-way street? Definitely. Okay. So it helps in the conduction of water as well as conduction of the food material. Okay. So let us see the shoot system. The stem is the part of the plant which is found above the ground. The bark of the trees are brown in color and younger stems are green in color. The stem forms the basis of the shoot system. It bears the entire weight of the plant. It bears leaves, fruits and flowers. The region where the leaves arise is known as the node. Okay, we can divide the stem into nodes and internodes. The region between the two nodes is known as internode. The stem arises from the plumule. Okay, the embryonic structure, the seed, if you take the embryo of the seed consisting of two regions, one is plumule, another one is radicle. The radicle of the embryo of the seed develops into root system and the plumule, okay, develops into shoot system. So this shoot will grow vertically upwards or above the ground. Okay, it eventually grows to become the toughest part of the plant called the trunk. The trunk is covered by a thick outer covering known as a bark. Overall, the stem provides a definite framework and structure to a plant which later develops into a tree. Okay, these are the parts of the stem. This is the node, the place where from which the leaves develop. The two nodes gap is called internode. Okay. So now functions of the stem, if you take the main functions. The stem helps in transpiration of absorbed water and nutrients through vascular tissue from the roots to leaves. So this stem helps in transportation. Whatever the water and mineral salts which are absorbed by the root system through the vascular tissue, those water and minerals are supplied to the remaining parts of the plant through the stem. Stem also transports the food from the leaves to the different storage organs. Okay. What is the function of leaf? Leaf main function is photosynthesis, to synthesize the food material. That food material which is synthesized in the leaves is carried by the stem to all parts of the plant with the help of that vascular tissue. Stem exposes leaves to the light and help them in performing the process of photosynthesis. Okay. The stem bearing the leaves help in the process of transpiration. What is transpiration? Transpiration means the excess of water which is absorbed by the roots is eliminated out in the form of water vapor through the stomata of the leaves. It is called transpiration. Sometimes the stem can store food which is mostly underground. Okay. So there are certain types of stems like potato, ginger, turmeric. They are all underground stems which store the food material. The stem can store water by becoming fleshy. You can observe this in the desert plants like Opuntia and cactus. The stem can perform photosynthesis when the leaves are reduced or absent. For example, desert plants. In Opuntia and cactus, stem performs the photosynthesis. Okay? Those are the functions of the stem. Okay, children? I hope you understood. Read the lesson. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.